What is going on, guys? It's your boy Big Dylan. Welcome back to another Destiny video. Today we're going to be covering advanced hunter movement and different ways you can use your movement on your hunter to improve your game in the Crucible, and even simple things like PvE. So let's get straight into it. So on Night Stalker there is a jump called Better Control. This is probably the best jump in the game for hunter right now. Now this jump is available on all three of the subclasses, so do not feel limited to any subclass. I'm just using Night Stalker just for showcasing purposes, just for another thing later in the video. So Better Control basically gives you better directional control whilst you're jumping in midair. Now combine this with Bones of Air, which give you an additional jump. So as you can see, that would be your standard jump. Now Bones of Air, as you can see, you go a lot higher, you get an extra jump on there. So Bones of Air are probably one of the most popular exotics in Crucible right now, for hunters at least. They're very, very good. Being able to jump across the map. I'll show you triple jump real quick. See, this is triple jump. You seem to feel very heavy, very slow, very sluggish when you use triple jump. Now I'll quickly put Better Control back on and I'll show you the difference. So again, this is Better Control. As you can see, it seems to throw you forward a lot faster. Better Control, you cover a lot more ground very quickly. Obviously this is a very strong and very good way to actually get good places, good strong points on maps in Crucible. If you're playing Trials of Osiris, getting top mid on this map might be very important to you and your team. Maybe having Bones of Air on here, you may be able to get there first. So Bones of Air, again, like I said, are a very strong exotic right now, and I always use them for my Night Stalker. So now that we've covered the general gist of the movement, so say if I was starting off in spawn here and I wanted to go straight through into mid. So this is me going straight into mid. As you can see, I'm like practically there already. Just from 2 jumps I was like practically there. 2 more jumps up onto top mid and that's that. So being able to cover ground that quickly is very, very useful in Crucible. Another thing I want to cover is using low ceilings like this one to your advantage. Now, I don't really see a lot of people doing this, but I wanted to cover it in this video just so you guys can use this to your advantage also. So basically bouncing your head off of the ceiling. Very useful tactic. I've used it in other games before, but if you space out your jumps correctly, you can do stuff like this. If that was Trials of Osiris and I'd just spawned on that side and I double jumped, bounced my head off the ceiling, and I opened up with that wombo, say I've maybe got a double kill, say, that's practically the round won already, So the general gist of this video is to sort of show you guys that Bones of Air on the hunter is probably the best movement you can get. I wouldn't use anything over this in Crucible. I just wouldn't see the point. I am going to cover Blink a little bit later. I'm going to cover Shadestep as well, but I just want to cover Better Control first with Bones of Air, as it is the most popular form of movement right now. It's very fluid. Fluid, should I say? And it's very easy to control. You can recorrect your mistakes that you've made. You can peek a corner and jump back into the cover. That's why I prefer this movement over than others, and this is the opener that I'd usually use. If I didn't miss my smoke, that is, I didn't leg it at the wall. That was kind of a potato smoke grenade there, but anyway, now we're going to get into Shadestep. Shadestep is a very annoying movement to play against. If someone on the enemy team is very good at using Shadestep, it is very annoying to play against, and that's just the way it is. But I'm going to show you guys a few little tips on how you can use it correctly and how I personally use it. So Shadestep in general is an evasive movement. Say if I'm challenging, cross map right now. Say if there's someone sniping down there, and I'm being a dumbass and I'm challenging that with a hand cannon. Say he body shots me, and now I know I'm weak, and then I can Shadestep straight back into cover. Now, that's what I mean by an evasive movement. It gets you out of shit fast. So that's one of the main ways to think about using Shadestep. When you use it, don't just use it as if, oh, it's just another movement, just whatever. It's an evasive movement, but you can also play very aggressive with it also. Shadestep works very well when combined with a shotgun, aka the Mapador, or the Matador, but I'll just say Mapador because it's like a sniper. But getting straight into it, shadestep combined with shotguns is very strong. It allows you to correct a lot of your mistakes. A lot of people, when they're shotgun, you know, they're just running a straight line, shotgun melee, and shotgun melee. Most popular with a Stormcaller, okay? Now, for a Night Stalker, the best way to use a shotgun, in my opinion, to open up into a gunfight, if they're very unaware, is to run, to sprint forward, slide, shotty, then shadestep instantly after you're shot. So basically, you're reducing your hitbox size by sliding, you're procking off your shot, and then you're shadestepping out of the way to negate any damage that they could possibly do to you. Shadestep gives you immunity frames, which is very good, and it actually removes all aim assist when you shadestep. So shadestepping, you know, in close quarters gunfights can actually confuse a lot of players, and obviously it's just a very strong movement in general, is what I'm trying to get a point across to. So now we're going to get across to blink. Now, blink is meh. It's a good movement. I know how to use it. You know, it can be strong if used in the correct hands, but it's been nerfed that many times. I can't be bothered using it. Quite frankly, it drops your recovery right down, which isn't, you know, which is a very bad thing, to have super low recovery or practically no recovery on a class. It's pointless in my opinion. It's also a very loud movement. Say if two of my teammates went down top mid and I'm blinking down here, there's a good chance someone top mid's gonna hear me blinking. Okay, it's a very, very loud movement. I've heard it before in the past. I've spawned on the other side of the map, I've heard someone blink on the other side, and I'm like, right, well, someone's obviously using blink. It's a very loud movement, and it gives away your position very easily. Most of the time, like, if I'm playing trials with someone and they're blinking next to me, I always tell them, you know, get away from me, because you're giving away my position here. You know, it's a very loud movement, guys. So, but blink in general is an evasive movement. Again, most people use it when they're sniping. I wouldn't recommend it for shotgunning. You know, if I was peeking the angle just then and I just blink up onto the ledge, get out of trouble instantly. You know, in the mid street, just blink to the side. You know, it is fun when combined with snipers, but like I said again, it's been nerfed that many times. You know, the weapon pull-out speed and all that sort of stuff. I just wouldn't recommend it for shotgunning anymore. It's just not very useful. It drops your recovery down as well, so if you end up taking damage, you're going to have very low recovery on your health. So personally, I just wouldn't recommend it. Anyway guys, I've been ranting and raving for quite a while now. Hopefully this gives you an idea towards, you know, what I think on certain things. But again, in my opinion, better control is the best jump on hunters for crucible. Obviously you can mix it up in PvE, it doesn't really matter. But for crucible, I would always use better control with Bones of AO. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully this does help. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for daily Destiny content. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.